Hello out there, and thanks for joining us on another edition of Public Conscience on Radio, the anti-corruption program produced by the Progressive Impact Organization for Community Development with support from the MacArthur Foundation. I'm Okiri Agbonsuremi, and my co-presenter on the program today, Adaobi Obiabumo, is right in here.
Thanks for joining us on Public Conscience on Radio, where we seek to evolve a corruption-free society through the amplification of corruption reports done by our partner media organizations and drawing citizens and government's attention for democratic actions against it.
And today we are taking a report from our media partner, the ICIR, and that is the report that borders on our consumption of food products. And the report is titled Honey Products with NAFDAC Number Impure, Compromise Health. The report reveals that the unwholesome practice of some businesses in Nigeria who get insider support from some NAFDAC officials to certify bad honey products for our consumption.
And recently, we celebrated a NAFDAC official, Tani Nimlan, an assistant director who refuses to lower standards in the course of certifying products for the public. Yet there are honey producers and marketers who succeed in compromising some other NAFDAC officials. We have in the studio Yakim Akinwole, a senior investigative and data reporter with ICIR, to tell us the story.
And we'll get to him quickly as soon as we update you with some background. He's right here in the studio. And remember that this program is your program. And as usual, with the structure, you need to get ready with your phones to send a message or messages on your experiences with honey products, if you have, or indeed any other products in the market, in the open market, in our shops, in our big malls, which you are not sure. You are not sure of its genuinity, and although it is carrying NAFDAC numbers. Have you had an experience of products that are certified by NAFDAC, yet you are not sure? You are not really sure. Well, we will tell you how the ICIR reporters bought some products, and NAFDAC even agreed that there are some unscrupulous elements in the public. So,
the phone lines to send your messages 0902-265-6167. Please, this number is for messages only. For those who want to call in, we'll open the phone lines shortly. As usual, we would like to remind you that corruption is possible in our society because we partake in it. Don't pay for birth certificates if your child is below the age of 18. Birth certificate is free. Do not partake in the corruption in birth registration process. If you partake, you're part of the process and you're part of the corruption we're talking about.
Very correct. That is, if you pay for birth certificates, you are partaking in the corruption, you are encouraging it. And the line to send a message to us, just message only, is 09022656167. That is we open the phone lines that you are going to call in as soon as we conclude our encounter with our colleague here, who will tell us exactly the details of our report. Now, back to the impure honey products. The story in focus today shows that there is a boom of impure honey brands in major malls and shops in Nigeria, particularly in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The report revealed that there is the spread of low-quality honey products compromising the health of Nigerians, unfortunately, without them knowing it. And investigative reporters picked 5 popular honey products for examination, and what they found out is mind-boggling. What is actually shocking in the report is that it also exposed how an official of NAFDAC contributes to the certification of the unwholesome honey brands in major shopping centers around the country.
We also learned that the NAFDAC official do obtain the Corporate Affairs Commission and trademark certificates for clients at the price of 35,000 naira by conniving with other corrupt officials from the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investments.
And what you want to get at it is that those stamps, those NAFDAC stamps are not those trademarks and that you see may not even have gone through the regular certification process. But on the surface, it appears NAFDAC has done their job. And it will take the effort of NAFDAC themselves to go back to these shops to find out if what they're actually carrying are true. But are they doing it? And who is actually responsible? Who are those responsible? Who are the traders? Who are the NAFDAC officials? But let's come to our guests and let's begin to examine them before we open up the lines. What led you to begin to do this report? What were those concerns you had that made you to do this report?
Well, thank you very much, Rogiria and Dalby, for having me here. Once again, my name is Yekin Akinwale, and I'm an investigative reporter at the International Center for Investigative Reporting, ICIR, where we use our work to promote good governance, transparency and accountability, social justice. And, we live in a country where almost everything that we consume as food now, you cannot ascertain their quality. You cannot say for sure whether they've passed through the gamut process of quality control. So people have consumed food and they've landed in hospital having food poisoning. People have had a kidney stone because of what they have consumed. And all kinds of diseases have resulted from what they have eaten. So at the ICR, we felt that, okay, there are some people cannot take sweeteners such as
they cannot take sugar
for health reasons, and they resort to taking honey, which is natural.
They are running away from one problem.
So, but we had this fear because you and I know that you can have access to honey in the big malls. You can also get them on the road while you're traveling. So you cannot say for sure whether what you have is of good quality, whether what you have is not adulterated. So we decided to send our reporters out.
Because what we are told generally is that the ones that they don't have certification, the one that they do by the roadside, some of them burn sugar cane, they do a lot of things. So in order to have good honey, go to a place where you can get the certification.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, that is where you actually found this problem. So
that was exactly our thought. We knew some people would burn sugar cane and still call it honey. Try to gather some honeycomb on top of the bottle and to make it to look as if it's actually pure and natural honey. But when you begin to examine, you realize that this is actually not
pure sugar.
So what we did with this story is that when we took the samples, then we took them to a laboratory in Kaduna. The Kaduna State Environmental Protection Agency board.
They have a laboratory.
Yeah, so we took the samples of these honey without their name.
How many samples?
I think 5 or there are 5. There are 5 of them.
Okay.
Taken from different big malls in Abuja, where sophisticated people would usually
go there without you will not even look at it because you are sure that it is a.
Because again, when you go there, you have that 100% assurance that the product will not only have NAFDAC registration, you also believe that yes, I'm buying
a genuine product.
So without any fear. But we, as journalists, we work like the biblical doubting Thomas. So that is the spirit that guides us that no, we are not
you want
sure.
to put your hand in it to see if it's true. So you took them to Kaduna.
So lo and behold, when the result came out, the result showed that there were actually pathogens and bacteria in the honey sample.
In all of them?
All of them?
Yes. And honey, natural honey by nature, does not support the growth of bacteria. So it calls to questions the procedure of registering this product through the NAFDAC.
Were they all having NAFDAC numbers?
Exactly, except for the one that was obtained from the
streets.
Yeah, no, not from the street.
Okay, from
the Federal Ministry of Agriculture.
Okay, they also sell honey there.
Yes, I reported.
Was that also good?
I said all of them have they have pathogens and micro bacteria, and natural honey, as I said earlier, does not support the growth of bacteria. So, and when we talk to dietitians, they let us understand that the presence of those pathogens and bacteria are at risk for innocent
consumers.
That it could lead to obesity, body mass, hypertension, and all sorts of things. So inadvertently, people who thought going to all those big shops, malls,
to assuming that whatever they are buying there is certified, they are okay, yeah.
They're actually consuming.
And unfortunately, they are the people who are running away from sugar.
Yes. So,
and almost everybody is running away from sugar anyway.
Everybody is running away because laboratory tests has also shown, and of course, medical evidence has shown that too much consumption of sugar is not good for our health.
Yes.
And as you grow with age,
you just have to whether eliminate or reduce your
consumption of sugar. So many people now opt out for honey. Now it appears that they are even not safe with honey.
Let me just ask you two quick questions, because you have already said how the importance of the certification of the products. You have already established that. Let me just quickly ask you our third question, which is from your investigation. Is there any way the ordinary consumer, anybody who is just going to the market to buy, is there any way from your investigation they can know that this thing, even if it has NAFDAC certification, it may not be correct?
Well, you will not know.
Until you go to the laboratory.
Yes, because the NAFDAC approval, NAFDAC name or registration number is a mark of approval for any product that will give you a sense of assurance that this product is safe. So you do not have any reason whatsoever when you check a product and you see that, yes, it has NAFDAC registration number, you look like this product is safe, because the law that established NAFDAC gives it that regulatory functions as to see to one, the registration of a product, one, through testing, and then certifying to have passed through the lay-down procedure for a food product to have been seen to be safe for human consumption. So if, as a consumer now, you go to market and you pick a product that has NAFDAC approval number, you do not have any reason to
go back to the lab to test the product.
Why would you do that?
How will you go to lab to? In fact, how many of the laboratories are available anyway? Will you go and test honey? Then you test any food you just buy.
Okay, so how many food do you begin to?
What about the ones that are canned? How will you going to open it and go and test it?
So given the way our country, Nigeria, the society is structured, but how many people have the luxury of time, the resources to go and be taking?
Let me now ask about your encounter with NAFDAC. After you got this report from a lab, a government-owned lab in Kaduna, did you go to NAFDAC? Did the course of this your investigation to tell them this is what we have seen?
I think before even going to that, I think it's also necessary to say that why NAFDAC, perhaps on the surface, is doing a fantastic job trying to make sure that what the consumer take in is safe. I think there are still some of its officials who are also circumventing the process. You understand?
No, we are coming to that. Okay. We are going to come to the officials, but I wanted to know whether you actually got in touch with the NAFDAC with this your product. We are following a thread of movement from Abuja to Kaduna. When you got it, did you go back to?
Definitely. The ethical practice demands that we balance the story.
Yes.
We cannot rush to bed to say, this is what we have found. No. Because they are here and they are alive, it is there something to say, okay, NAFDAC, this is the product that you have approved. This is what we have found out during our test. And
Did you approve this?
In all fairness to them, the spokesperson of the agency,
Jim
Abubakar, confirmed that of course there are a whole lot of fake products out there.
Bearing
NAFDAC approvals that some people would even take the number that
they take my number and put it in their product.
Yes, and put it on their product. He admitted that yes, it happens that you have some fake product out there, even bearing NAFDAC number. He admitted. But
I had a personal experience. I remember in the house I lived when I just came to Abuja, there was somebody who was doing pure water, this sachet water. He was using the sachet package of a water company in Kaduna, and he was producing the water here and selling in Abuja. If you check it, yes, if you check the owners of the package of the identity are not here. Their logo, everything is on the. They just go to area 10 and print this, and then they are producing pure water, and in the name with the NAFDAC. So if you see it, you want to hold that company responsible, but they are not aware that their name are being used in Abuja.
Yes.
Now, it raises a lot of questions. Monitoring, enforcement, and what is NAFDAC doing to also be sure that how much can they really do to monitor all these things in the market? And they are not just 2, 3, 4, 5. We have thousands of products in the market that they need to do. Now, you said you went there and they admitted. Is there any hope for the ordinary Nigerian? What is the advice for Nigerians from NAFDAC now that they know that there are some? What are they doing about it?
Well, you and I, that we are ordinary Nigerians, we are helpless as ever. Seriously, because if you look at
are we really thoroughly helpless? I want to believe that citizens can do something. I mean, citizens can do something. You don't just like you did. There are certain things that citizens can do if you have any reason to suspect, like what I also saw. And I went. I reported that to say, look, this guy is brewing water behind my house.
Yes.
And they did something about it.
Yes, I am.
As at that time, and the guy was apprehended. I don't know if they prosecuted, but at least the production stopped.
Yes. I am.
Citizens can do something.
Yeah, I am coming to that. When I said we are as helpless as ever, is that because if you look at the quantum of products out there that might be fake, and then if you look at NAFDAC as an agency of the government, they will tell you that they don't have
the facilities, the manpower.
But we can start somewhere.
So, for us at the ICIR, because we serve as the eye and the nose and the ears of the public. People oftentimes come with this kind of information.
Reports to you to go and investigate.
We take it upon ourselves to run after it, and we do not stop there. We also collaborate with sister civil society organizations like what we are doing at the moment with Primoc to try to amplify this as much as we can.
Yes.
I also understand that people can also run to the Consumer Protection Council to also say this is what I bought and this is what I find out. People can also alert the agency itself, NAFDAC, that okay, this product that we bought, we think something is wrong.
Something is wrong with it.
Did you actually know?
But do Nigerians actually even are they patient enough? That's it. Are they patient enough?
That's why I use the word as helpless.
Yes. Because we are so much in a hurry. A Nigerian does not want to spend 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Even if you hear this, if you are on the road and somebody points an indicator that you want to turn left, that's when you will speed up to cover the space. We are not even patient. So if you see something that you are not sure of, there must be an agency somewhere that you can say, let me just spare time and go there and just do your own part. Because some people will say, even if you go there, they will not do anything, but just do your own part.
By the time so many people report a particular case, I bet me NAFDAC will take it up.
Yes, they will.
If you have 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 people reporting a particular case, NAFDAC will take it up.
I think we should just continue to amplify this kind of situation, because we are, as I said, we are the advocate of the masses. You rightly said here that people don't have the time, they don't have the patience. Even when we do this report, sometimes you feel terrible that people don't even read it. What people run after is
Bobrisky and Davido.
Stories that actually affect
what do you call that, Mali? If they come around here, the stadium will be filled up.
So people are not usually interested in stories that have felt their well-being. Let me give you an instance, just a digression. We did a story recently about the health implication of plastic waste. Mm-hmm. When plastic is
born, and the world is moving away from plastic.
When plastic is born, it releases a chemical that is called dioxin, which is a petrochemical substance. Plastic is a byproduct of petroleum.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, dioxin, according to World Health Organization, is being certified to responsible for causing cancer. Not only cancer, it affects other internal...
The neural system, yes.
Now, when we did that report, you will have expected that the Federal Ministry of Health of this world, the Federal Ministry of Environment, and other agencies that are involved will take action.
No.
Or you even civil society organization taking it up and
speaking against
it. But there's no awareness.
The report just dies.
There's no awareness beside the fact that plastic blocks waterways, it flows on ocean and stuff like that. People don't know.
Some countries, even as China has banned plastics.
In Thailand now, they've resorted to be using
leaves, yes, which is nature.
To be packing even in malls, fresh meat. But here in Nigeria, we do not even have a policy. And I say with 100% assurance, confidence that we do not have a policy, national policy on plastic waste management.
Some persons who are listening out there will say, who is the official of NAFDAC? Who is responsible? In your report, did you find out? I know that you had a lot of things that you did. You also used some, during the course of your investigation, you went discreetly and you have names, you have faces to this allegation. Yes. You have the identity of the person?
Yes, I think in the report, for anybody who has read it, you will see that... the
name is on your report?
The name is there because...
Okay. How do we have access to that report?
The report can be accessed on our website.
Yes.
www.icirnigeria.org.
You know that you can just Google ICIR to take you to the page where you can click to their website. The reason we are restraining ourselves, mentioning the name of the person, we also have the name here. There are screenshots of the engagement, the financial details that he used to reach out to people, assisting them to get some of these things illegally. The reason we are holding back for today is because the NAFDAC is doing something about it and we believe in it. And just last week, we had a NAFDAC official here. So we don't want to run down the institution of NAFDAC because we have so many people who are doing wonderfully there. Nimnan won the accountability icon. It was one of the top five that were celebrated yesterday in Nigeria. And this is a woman who believes that she should do her work very, very well. So we have very good people in NAFDAC and they are doing a lot of work. And Yakim, I wonder if NAFDAC wasn't available, what would have happened? All of us probably have died by now. So consuming all the... But in there, there's somebody who is a bad egg. And we will expose the person on this program. In the course of the investigation, we want to see how NAFDAC will respond to it, if it's going to be removed, prosecuted for this job. If there's anything, if they don't do it, then we take the next steps. But the director, that is Jim Abubakar, Director of Public Affairs, like Yakim said there were lots of counterfeit food and drugs products for sale in the Nigerian market. It says some of the products carry NAFDAC numbers on the product's label without registering with the regulatory agency, while some use other people's registration number to produce their products. And that will be it's time to allow our listeners to be part of the program through phone.
You can also send us a text message on 090-2265-6167.
Yeah, we are ready now to take your call, and the calls are coming in torrents. Hello, your name?
From Suleja.
Your name,
My own complaint is about pure water in Suleja.
Pure water in Suleja?
Yes, some of them say they carry NAFDAC number. That, like the one I was discussing with. The boy called him that the pipe exploded. And they have already prepared pure water about 12,000. He asked the boys to say those pure water. I think that is scam pure water, whatever. So the pure water in Suleja, I mean.
I hope the line is not gone. Hello.
Some of them said they have NAFDAC number.
Did you see the NAFDAC?
Not even past primary six. You don't know anything about it. They will enter it. They take it as a business. It's not everything you take as a business now. This is human health. So that is my own complaint.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take the next number. Hello, next call. Hello.
My name is Thomas Mishak. I'm calling you from Central Area.
Go ahead, sir.
I want to say that the NAFDAC, they are doing a good job, but I will encourage them to do more. Because when you go to the market, you see some product that has a NAFDAC number that is not well approved. I don't think that the public should be blamed for that. It's just for them to sit up and do their job better. Yesterday, I want to buy gala, and I saw the guy selling the gala, and I searched for the expiring date on it. I couldn't find any. I asked the guy, why is he not bearing expiring? He said, I just bought it. He just, no. I said, the guy will not buy it because there is no expiring date on it. So there are so many of all these things in the market that the NAFDAC should sit up and do their job. But despite that, they need a government support to do their job.
Okay.
Very well.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Suleiman Yahya. I'm calling from Garikitu.
Go ahead.
Yes, I want to ask, what is the difference between NAFDAC registration number and NAFDAC approved number? Is there because when you give a lot of them claim that they have NAFDAC number. That NAFDAC number doesn't mean that that particular drug is certified by NAFDAC. If it is not certified, why giving them NAFDAC number for people to think that that particular drug or item product is consumable or is approved by NAFDAC? Please let there be that clarification.
Okay, my colleague there will try to find out if there's any difference between registration and approval. But let's continue with our calls. We'll come back to her. Please note that. Hello.
My name is Abdul. I'm calling you from Life Camp.
Thank you, Abdul.
I want to commend the effort of the gentleman, the gentle lady in the studio for their good effort. May God protect them.
Thank you. Amen.
And secondly, I don't think NAFDAC is actually doing enough. If you look at the functions of NAFDAC, Mr. Ohire, it's actually meant to protect us health-wise. But the situation where we found this, even in the bigger supermarkets, we get proud of every day, you understand. This is a kind of honey, which is maybe a second alternative to sugar aspect of it. I don't think NAFDAC is doing very, very well in this capacity. If they know they don't actually have manpower, we have intelligent people out there jobless. Why not just engage these people? You understand? You follow the due process. Get these people engaged very well. If you know you don't have the funds, the government actually there. You liaise with the government. You actually complain to the government. I think a reasonable government should be able to do something about that.
Can I ask you?
The second, the last one is that the commission aspect of it, that is the Consumer Protection Commission, is what they call. It's not longer a council. It's not a commission, which means that they have more responsibilities to carry out as far as this situation is actually concerned. So let the gentleman and the gentle lady actually liaise with this commission if NAFDAC are not actually ready to do the right thing. Thank you.
All right. Please, when you call in, just give some breath and let's interact with you, because we want to also ask you if you, how the challenge, how you going through with the, you want to buy something, have you encountered anything on your own? Hello.
Okay, my name is Ibrahim. I'm calling from Gwagwalada, Abuja.
Let me just ask you, Ibrahim.
Yes.
You also go to the supermarket to buy products. When you go there, do you have doubt? Do you have any doubt as to whether they are genuine or not?
Very well. I have a doubt, and I want to report a case from practical experience. Just like our brother in the studio said, you know, some of us are these and Downty Thomas. So once I went to a pharmacy, a very big pharmacy. I don't want to mention the name now. I got a drug. You know, sometimes you see this drug, there is like a scratch card or something like that on it.
Yes.
And they tell you to scratch it, and then you send that very number you find on the underneath to some numbers there. That is to
verify.
That is, to verify if it is genuine or not. So when I bought this drug, I actually sent it, and he said, okay, a genuine product. So something prompted me to say, why don't you send another number of this kind to this same code to see whether it will say that it certified the product. So I did the same thing, and he said it was genuine.
That you now sent a fake number to them.
Yes.
And they still reported back that it's genuine.
I sent another fake number to them again. They said it was genuine product I'm buying. So I said, okay, now since all these numbers are of the same length, let me even reduce the number to know if this system is actually working, and I keep getting the same thing. So what hope do we have? And funny enough, I already drank some of those drugs. So I was just thinking with everyone that we need to do a whole lot of workout.
Okay.
A whole lot of workout on these things that NAFDAC, I don't know the body in charge of verifying those drugs, but we really need to do a lot. So this is just my own side of the story. I said I should report.
Thank you. That was very. Of course, you know that, Yakim. You know that actually almost all products, even NAFDAC, now also includes that you can actually find out check to verify if those products
on your own.
On your own.
Yes, there's a code.
Yes, there's
like
a code.
A scratch card.
Yes.
And I think this is another high hope now, and another area that we have to be more searchlight. As he has rightly
but he said he actually did it, and everything came out positive, that they are good. But even with the fake numbers.
So it goes to mean that we have to find out which organization, which agency is behind the number that they are sending the code to.
Yeah, the code to.
So why is it approving even the non-existing numbers? So it means that people are even not safe, despite the fact that, because that is an assurance.
Yes, quality assurance.
Yeah, that okay, if you buy this product,
you are in doubt, verify by sending this code to us, and we'll respond to you immediately to say if it is okay or if it is not okay. So if you now manipulate numbers and send to them and they say it's okay, maybe you have not even bought anything. You just send any number.
Number is for another product.
Except the number is for another product.
So the direct implication is that if this is true, a whole lot of people have actually consumed counterfeit drugs.
Yes.
Seriously. So, and
it may also be that the fake number I thought is fake might be a genuine number for another product.
Definitely.
So I think we should get a clearinghouse, even from NAFDAC too, to see if they are working with any other organization in the certification process. But again, I want to commend this last caller who is making efforts. Nigerians don't make efforts at all. They just nobody would just make a little effort. If you are in doubt, make efforts to say, look, I am not sure of this. Talk to somebody. Talk to the manufacturers. Send a message, because most of them have indicators on products. But I also, because what we are doing here is anti-corruption. Some people deliberately, in fact, that's where the problem is, deliberately go all out to clean off expiring dates and rewrite. They will say this product is going to expire as also date. Once they get to that date, they remove it. I've gone to a pharmacy in this town, and I got there, and the first thing I look when I'm buying is to look at the expiry date. And I check it, and some products have expiry date you cannot erase. They are embossed in the document. So in the package. So you check it, and I discovered that it had expired. When I show it to them, they are very sorry. Why don't you do weekly, even daily, monthly audit of your products, and you continue to sell? Nigerians must realize that there are those who are benefiting, who are corrupt, and they are okay with the money in their pocket, even if you are going to die. And they are everywhere, including inside NAFDAC. That is what we are saying. And we must make effort, our own effort, to be sure that we are not caught in the web of this corruption that is going on, and we don't become victims. Now, we have more calls. Hello.
My name is Temitope. I'm calling from Abuja.
Your contribution?
I want us to look at one food item that is common, and that is bread. You see, if you go into the suburb environment, you will see quantum of different types of bread.
Bread?
And
did you say bread?
Sure of, the process of production of this bread.
Do they have? Do most of them have labels?
Not at all.
They don't have labels. They come in like agege bread.
Of course. So you except you buy from the malls, the so-called expensive bread, but the ones you buy in the suburb, only God knows. You can't just be sure of what you're eating. Some of them, you eat them, they can't last for 24 hours.
And this is something that is consumed on a daily basis. People eat bread. And
this is common.
Okay.
I bet you, if you go into the suburb now, you can get 100 of samples of
different breads packaged in different sizes. Some of them don't have labels. All right. We'll take your hint. Thank you so much. Hello.
This is Christian.
Where are you calling from?
I want to suggest that NAFDAC, I'm Christian by name. I want to suggest that NAFDAC should be doing routine check, even if they have given you approval. Sometimes you go to a mall, you go to some places, you take some samples and go to your lab and check to know whether it's the same thing, that the same quality that they brought to you when you gave them approval, that they are still making.
because some of them will change the quality after they have received approval.
Yes.
So they should continue to do check. Go to more, pick some products, go and check. Even if you are giving them approval, you continue to check without telling them. And again, I think you people also have to speak on hygiene of those people that are selling eatables. I know it's not the time, but you can bring it up. You see some people, they are dirty, they are selling eatables. In some places, it's not hygiene. So I know that is not what you are talking now, but let the NAFDAC do routine check. Go to more and check whether it's the same quality that you approved that they are using. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Tom. I'm calling from Lube.
Yes.
I want to give you the history of NAFDAC number. Because I was a clearing agent when there was nothing like NAFDAC number. When containers come, you have all these agencies, NDLE, NAFDAC, and the rest of them. So there was this proliferation of imported drugs. So what later did was, any importer of drugs must call and register with NAFDAC. Mm-hmm. And when you register with NAFDAC, that is the registration number, because all those bringing container, drugs were supposed to be getting it from, importing it from companies that produce these drugs. Mm-hmm. So I did this to identify any drug that came. If we are registered with NAFDAC, we will not know that, yes, it is this company registered under this that has imported in this drug. So, and all because there was registration with NAFDAC before you can import drugs, importers became afraid that, if I import fake drug now, I will easily be traced. That was just all. It's not that those drugs that come in, I'm talking authoritatively because I had some importers that I was their clearing agent. And at one time, they were stopped from importing because they didn't register with NAFDAC. So when and I was the one that did the registration with them. Some of the new staff in NAFDAC they don't know this history because it's about 20 years ago now. So that's
what you are trying to tell us.
Of your company as an importer.
Hello.
That becomes your importing number. That any drug you are importing must carry that your registration number.
Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Now the meaning is that the registration itself is just to prevent people from bringing in fake things, but does it guarantee the quality of the product?
No, wait, you are getting me wrong. You see, there were random importers, and there was no way NAFDAC will identify who was responsible for importing this particular product.
Okay, we get it now.
So he insisted that if you must be an importer of drugs, come and register with us. When you are registered, you are giving your registration number, and that registration number, any country, whether it's for India and the rest of them, that produces drugs for you, must carry your
all right, that's okay.
Number.
That's okay.
What you call the NAFDAC number. It's not that.
Thank you. We need to give. We have gotten the message. We have gotten your education, which is very, very appreciated. You got some messages already?
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
My name is Sam Oluyemi. I'm calling from MacArthur.
Now, any experience with honey? Do you use sugar or do you use honey? And where do you get your honey?
I use sugar mostly because I'm scared of the honey. Sometimes this honey they manipulate them kind of.
Okay, so you just prefer to deal with the enemy sugar.
I take a little, yes.
Okay.
But I want to raise an observation concerning what somebody spoke about, as it concerns the confirmation of drugs that have been bought.
Okay.
So some time ago, I bought an anti-malaria drug. So I sent the code, and then only the code I sent. Then the response was that this is original that product. They mentioned the name. I don't want to mention the name of the drug now.
Okay.
You understand? Let's say it's Panadol, for example. They say original Panadol. I didn't send the name of the
drug, yeah.
But I realized that subsequently, when I bought some others, what they will just do after sending the code is they will just say genuine. So what I want to suggest now is that whoever is responsible for this thing, you just send the code. Let them now send the
name of the drug.
So that will give you some measure of confidence in the drug, rather than just sending genuine alone.
All right, thank you. Instead of just saying, okay, when the code gets there, let them tell you the product you have asked for authentication. That is a smart one. Hello.
My name is Jason. I'm calling
from Gwagwalada. Okay, go ahead, please.
I suggest that NAFDAC should do more.
Unfortunately, this line is
manpower, so that the supply, so that they can distribute people to market always, identify those people. Those Nigerians are very, very crooked.
All right, advising that NAFDAC should have more staff so that they can cover up everywhere. Of course, we have some. You need to respond to some of the Yakim. You need to respond to some of the issues that were raised, so that we can just begin to quickly wrap up. And that will be. Is there any area we have not touched, so that because it's not coming next week, we'll try to get NAFDAC to come on in our subsequent episodes of the program. But we have a reporter who did representing an organization that did a very wonderful job, got honeys from the market, take it to a laboratory in Kaduna, and all of them came up with impurities, and they are on sale in major malls in the market. What the takeaway from it is that there are officials who are responsible certifying some of these products, or that there's a problem with the distribution chains and those who have already manufactured it, but they are available in the market. Your last take?
Well, I think I need to also add that NAFDAC on its own part needs to, rid itself of its bad egg. Is very important. That
is important.
Yeah, it's important that people who work in government agencies and institutions, everybody needs to own Nigeria as their personal property, because that is why you can now treat issues that affect the country with genuine intention and sincerity. Right. But when you treat it as I don't care, I just want to make my own money, then you cut corner, and just a single act of cutting corner affects
a whole lot
of people.
All right.
So before I end, I also want to say that NAFDAC has a database of registered company, and it might interest you that some of the approvals that has been given, the numbers have expired on those websites, even including the one that
Yakim will have the opportunity to talk much more details about some of these things in our subsequent programs, but we must wrap up now. And this is actually where we are going to be wrapping up the program today. We want to thank you out there for staying tuned always and for always sending us messages through our various platforms. Please visit our news page on our website. That is news.primorg.org. Primorg is PRIMORG, and that is news.primorg.org for all the details of our reports and interviews, including the videos. And you can find our videos on our Primorg TV channel. That is Primorg TV on our YouTube channel, and on our website as well. That is www.primorg.org. Adaobi.
We want to thank our guest, Mr. Yakim Akinwale, a senior investigative and data reporter with ICIR, for joining us on the program today. And don't forget to send us a message on our number, which is 0902-265-6167.
And Public Conscience on Radio is supported by the John T. and Catherine D. MacArthur Foundation, committed to building a more just, verdant, and peaceful world. You can get more information on MacArthur through macfound.com. And thanks to you out there for joining us. Stay vigilant. Be sure of the quality of the foods you take and the medications you buy and consume. Adaobi.
You don't have to pay for birth certificate. I am Adaobi Obiabamo.
And I'm Okiri Agbonsuremi. Next week is another date. Remember to join us.